So a couple of days ago, I made a tier list on the characters from the TV show The Walking Dead. And a lot of people were asking me to do one of the game characters as well. So that's what we're doing today. We're going to be doing a tier list of the characters from the games, as opposed to the characters from TV shows. I think I found a good one, and I'm hoping I can remember the names of most of the characters. We shall give it a go. But yeah, guys, if you do enjoy it, make sure you like, leave a comment down below what you want me to do next in relation to Walking Dead. And while you're there, if you're not subscribed, make sure you do, and check out my other socials down in the description as well. Okay, we're starting with Katya. Died a bit early, I think. I don't think Katya should have died when she did. I think it was a bit of a marketing ploy. Katya died too soon to get rid of her. I think it was a bit shit. As characters go, she didn't really do a lot actually, so I'm kind of tempted to move her down. But I'll stick her in C tier and then I'll move her later if I decide to. Krista. I don't know why everyone raves about Krista and Omid so much. They're really good characters, don't get me wrong, but like they're only in the game for like 2 episodes. I think 2 episodes, maybe 3 at a push. Oh, sorry, yeah, no, 3 episodes. Like, and sorry, it's not even that. It's like 2.5. They're not amazing characters. Krista's a bit better than Omid. I prefer Krista to Omid because Krista actually has kind of a part to play within the entire thing. But Omid just doesn't. Like, that's the difficult. Where is Omid? Omid's going just above Katya. I'm gonna move Katya down. Omid can go in beta. I've just basically explained why, but yeah. Bonnie, better than Omid. I prefer Bonnie to Omid. It's quite interesting to kind of hear the entire story there, about how Bonnie was with Carver, and yeah, she couldn't stick around, and she tried to get out, but she couldn't, and yeah, it's an interesting story arc, we'll say. Chuck. I like Chuck. I think he's a badass. When Ben runs off and leaves Clementine, Chuck steps in and he dies doing so. It's a shame, but it just kind of is a testament, really, to Chuck's character. And I actually really like his character. Clementine. Boom. S tier. It's gotta be. It's gotta be. It's gotta be. You can't put Clementine anywhere other than S tier. Just because she is the face of the game. And she's easily the best characters the game ever had. Kenny's second girlfriend after Katya. Again, kind of like Katya, she doesn't really do anything. She nearly gets them all killed when they're leaving the hardware store. She just infuriates me. Kind of like Kenny. Sorry, I think it's a Kenny thing to have like missuses that are fucking annoying. Carver, I love Carver. I think Carver as a villain is demonic. Like he is like the Negan or the governor of the games. It doesn't get a lot better than him, really. Next up, Mike. Again, he's okay. I get he's kind of like the moral compass. I wish they never removed the option to shoot Mike. I think that was a really, really cool option. But they did it. Nothing we could do about it. We accept it. AJ. Ooh. AJ. I'm gonna put AJ in A tier. Solely because he's not... He's a good character. And the final season is kind of like a reflection of the first season in a way. But he just kind of... He doesn't get it like Clem did. So I can't really put him any higher. Lewis. I quite like Lewis. I think he's quite a unique character. As characters go, he is very, very good. But it's kind of hard to say. He's not exceptional. I quite like that his weapon of choice is a piano leg. I think that's quite cool. But yeah, I like Lewis. I think he has potential. He has potential, but who knows? I don't know half the names of these characters. Violet, again, kind of like Lewis. I quite like Violet. I think She brings something different to the game, and she kind of brings that kind of female love interest to Clementine, which prior to this sort of season didn't really exist. Because obviously you can kind of say that season 3 was Harvey's kind of kid, this guy, Gabe, that's his name. And then obviously season 4 you get the love triangle between Clementine, Lewis, and Violet. It's pretty cool. Sarah is a B-Tech duck, just kind of there, doesn't do a lot, and just winds me the fuck up. I can't even get into it. I just don't have a lot of time for Sarah. As I said, it's a second duck, and it's just not done well at all. And I'm really disappointed in that, because like the character of Duck, while yes, he was fucking annoying, he was a good character. He didn't have the chance. He had no chance. Like, and that's what's a shame. That's what's a shame, really. Okay, next up we have Gabe's dad, whose name, oh god, I can't remember. I can't remember for the life of me now. Anyway, we got Gabe's dad. Yeah, again, kind of like an average character, kind of just exists in the universe. Doesn't bring a massive amount other than being one of the lieutenants of the New Frontier. Yeah, I don't mind him, I don't hate him. I think he's an alright character. Gabe, on the other hand, is the best Duck clone we had. Now, hear me out. I like Gabe. I do. I think he's a simp for Clem, but he knows how to deal with the apocalypse, and he loses his sister. Like, you got to respect that. That is tragic. Like, that is really, really tragic. But he does it he kind of knows how to come back from it quite well. Okay, next up we have got it's not Mariana? No. Is it Mariana or is it Kate? It's one of the two. Really good character. I think as characters go, she's alright. She's basically a better Katya and this person who I fully can't remember the name of. I quite like her, to be honest. She's quite a good character. Next up we have got what's this one's name? Like Joan or something? Joan. To be fair, all the lieutenants of the New Frontier are just kind of like a meh. Like, just meh. They're just kind of there, aren't they? Yeah, just kind of there. Doesn't really bring a lot. I can't put her any higher. All three of the main lieutenants aren't brilliant. Larry. I like Larry. It's gonna sound really stupid, but I do quite like Larry. I think he's quite a good kind of grounding factor for Lee, and he learns how to deal with it without knowing how to deal with it. Like the entire kind of premise of the Walkers, Larry is ex-military. He knows how to deal with it. He's a bit of a badass for it, but obviously heart attack. He didn't last very long, we'll say. Next up we have Trip. He looks like a Viking. I quite like him. Obviously he's the leader of Prescott. Well, I say leader, he's one of the heads of Prescott. Really interesting character, really kind of cool to see his character develop, but obviously his dying is a conditional thing, so it's a shame. Next up is Eleanor. Doctor is just kind of your B-Tech doctor in it. Like, I guess it's like kind of a little bit of like an interest for Harvey, but not in like a proper way, I guess, which is kind of the worst part of it, really. Next up is Conrad. He doesn't bring a lot. I don't hate him, but he doesn't bring a lot at all, to be fair. I don't mind him. He doesn't do any harm. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I haven't played Season 4, so I'm literally going off of what I have seen. Willie's alright. Again, kind of like one of the Duck clones, again. I guess all of the people at Ericsson's kind of are. but not in the same sort of way that it just pisses me off. Ruby, yeah, Ruby's a bit better. I don't mind Ruby. I think Ruby has quite an interesting story to tell. And obviously helping with like the cooking side of things as well. That's quite a good kind of motive to have. Tennessee, kind of another Duck clone, but not in the same sense. Tennessee, or 10, we'll say, he's been through a lot. Obviously, his sister Minerva, his other sister Sophie. Yeah, I feel for 10. I do. I don't hate him. I don't mind him, but yeah, his story is tragic. Minerva, I'm not gonna lie, I don't know anything about this character, so I'm gonna put him in C tier just to kind of assume they could be like an axe murderer, and I wouldn't know. I know these characters a lot better, so this is about to get a lot easier. Ben. Duck clone. Not really a duck clone, but just a pain in the ass the whole way through. But when he dies, it is very fucking sad. Like, his death is one of... When Ben died, I was kind of there like, oh, fuck. Like, he's fully dead. And it's quite hard to determine, I guess, like, how to feel about it. Obviously, Kenny hates him, but then Kenny tries to save him. It's quite a nice end. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to move him up. He was barely in. I don't know why he's a main character. It's the guy who had his legs chopped off. What was his name? Mark. Yeah, Mark. He doesn't really do a lot. He kind of says a couple of lines at the beginning of the episode, and he just disappears for the rest of it while his legs get chopped off. Doug, S tier. I love Doug. I love Doug too much. I've always saved Doug. Doug just has that kind of smart about him to live through the apocalypse. But obviously then he's executed, well, killed by Lily. Carly, again, I like Carly. I like the kind of play with her being a potential love interest for Lee, but not really. It's quite an interesting storyline, but she is not quite a Doug. Luke, I'm gonna put an S tier. When Luke died, it's so good. It's such a... I know it's going to sound so stupid saying, and this is probably going to be clipped out of context, but it's such a good death. Like, it's so unexpected. And obviously the plan was to always have it so that Luke and Kenny would be the ones that would fight at the end over AJ. But because people clocked onto that too quickly, Telltale took a U-turn and made it not Bonnie. Jane. And that works well. I don't like Jane. Tries to kill Kenny. I don't have a lot of time for that. But as characters go, she's not too bad. Similar to Kenny, though, she kind of gets a really bad and kind of really anticlimactic death. When obviously she hangs herself, I believe. I could be wrong with that, but yeah, it just... Not really anything there, is there? It's like, I never had emotional attachment to Jane. That's why I was more than happy to kill her when she was attacking Kenny. Arvo, get in the bin. I hate Arvo so much. He's such a waste of space, and he's one of the characters that you just think, why are you here? Why do you exist? Nick. Yeah, C tier. I don't mind Nick. I kind of wish his character developed more. He kind of went from being really, really depressed to being really, really depressed to being really, really depressed to then dying. So he didn't really have any development. But yeah, it's not too bad. Kenny, S tier. Need I say more? Kenny's my favorite character in the games. I think Kenny has the kind of ruggish overlook of the apocalypse, and he lost obviously his wife, his girlfriend, his son. Like, Kenny has an intense story within it, and then obviously finds AJ and becomes not a father to AJ, but kind of like a father to Clem, and obviously looks after AJ. And Kenny's death is so sad. Alvin Sr. Kind of like the moral compass, I guess, again. Yeah, he can go there. He dies kind of a bit early, but in dying, he does help the others to escape. So you can't get too mad about it, really. Le Docteur, Carlos. Get in the bin. Carlos is, again, I don't think he was an actual doctor. And there is a theory about it I kind of want to cover. But he just doesn't, he does such stupid things. Like leaving Clem outside. Fucking brilliant. Like, you can tell she doesn't have a temperature. She's clearly not infected. You're leaving her outside to get infected, essentially, to then kill Clem. It's ridiculous. Okay, Duck, there you go. You can have your own class, mate. Hope you're happy. You've earned it. Fuck Duck. Duck is so annoying. He's the most annoying character in the entire thing. Lee's going S tier. He's got to. Ex-convict who kind of, as his path to redemption, looks after Clementine and teaches her how to survive in the apocalypse. Dies early, but uses all of his last strength to save Clementine. It's such a tragic story. And just thinking about it, I'm getting sad. And everyone felt that. Everyone felt that. Lily, really, you know, Lily's a really good character. I really like Lily. I think she has a lot of potential to grow and to develop. But they kind of took her out of it a bit too soon. It probably would have been wiser to keep her through to the end of season 1 than have her get like surrounded and then have her come back as a villain. But it's done. I don't know this character, so I'm just going to put him as C. The Cannibals. By far, after Carver, the best villains this game has ever had. Because you don't expect it. Like, if you're playing through this and it's the first time you've ever played through it, you're not expecting them to be cannibals. And it is very, very good. Harvey, S tier. Yeah, I think the playable characters all deserve to be S tier. Because they are such memorable characters and they are such good characters. I think all of them should really be that kind of S tier. Just on the basis that they are really good characters, really. Finally, we have... you're from the New Frontier, but I can't remember your name, but I know you're the one who tricked Clem into joining the New Frontier. But I think, to be fair, as villains go, you're alright. You're quite clever, quite interesting, but I don't really know a lot about you, so I'm going to put you in C tier. But yeah, guys, that is my tier list of the Walking Dead characters. Let me zoom in a bit for you. There we go. As the characters go, these 3 are definitely my favorite. I wish Jesus was here, because Jesus would be my favorite. Kenny as well. Kenny's iconic. But you can see in the S tier, we have Lee, Harvey, Clem, Kenny, Doug, Luke, Carver, and the Cannibals. Really good characters. Okay characters. Yeah, alright characters. Meh. Pretty shit. Not great. Fucking die, Duck. But yeah, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please make sure to leave a like. Comment down below what you want me to do next. And yeah, I'll catch you guys later. Peace out.